Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Morning, YouTube. Good morning, Instagram. Questions, tickers, throw them in the chat box down there, guys. We'll get to them in a second. We'll start here in a minute, guys. I had to get rid of my background, can you see? Because NVIDIA sucks. Glad I sold their shares. I bought their most expensive AI chip, and the shit won't even run their own software. Stupid, isn't it? Oh, you saw Chip, did you, Mom? Saw Mr. Chip Wolf. One of my best students ever. Most successful. See? My mom ran into him. You know, yeah. Yeah, the man, the myth, the legend. Everybody thinks he's make-believe. He's not. He's a real person. He's a real person. I mean, I made my first millionaire. I made Doc Adams. He ghosted us too. He left the damn country. So make these guys money and they disappear. All right, guys, let's get into it. Happy Friday, the 6th of February. Excuse me. All right. Dang it. Sorry about that. Let's get into the report. We've got a lot to talk about. If you have questions or tickers, throw them in the comment box. Guys, it's free Friday in my war room. Click the link in my bio. Go to my Discord. It's also in my story where you can get the link to come trade for free with me today. All right, data today, 10 a.m. consumer sentiment. We're going to fly through this because I want to get your questions. I'm sure you have some. ESMES, that's the S&P 500. Looks like it's rebounding and is bullish today. We're above the bias line, the white line. Our approximate buys are 10, approximate sells are red, and we have the matrix indicators. So when you come into my war room, you see everything that we have set for the reads that I have for myself, and if you want to follow along, you're welcome to do so. It's not financial advice, but you can watch real professionals trade and make money. Gold price 67.86, high day 69.35, low day 68.70, resistance at high day, and then 69.25 above. Support first at 6,800, and then low a day. The bias is long above that white line at 68.36. The daily's long. RTY M2K, the small caps, there's been rotation into small caps, guys. Still, anyway, RTY's open price 26.78, high day 26.24, low a day 25.66, resistance at high day, and then 26.70 overhead. The bias long above 26.08, my white line, my bias line. We take buys above the white, we take sells below the white in confirmation, and I teach all this when you come to my war room. And guys, if you don't start your trial today and you start Monday, you will pay more. If you start your 7-day free trial today or this weekend before Monday, you will lock your price in. You've been warned. All right? I've been saying it. If you come in Tuesday, we're not going to grandfather you. We've already made the change in the system, so Monday on. The benefit in our war room is just too great. Guys, we do nothing but make money in there. All right? I know Nino, I'm going to try to get him there. I'm going to do some interviews with him for YouTube. The guy's a good trader, man. He's bought all my courses. He did thousands of dollars of private lessons. So he's probably put $10,000 in his education, and he's 20x that easily in a year. Easily. But you see, people don't want to invest in their education. They want to go to YouTube and find free shit. They don't want to learn. It's $249 Monday. It's $199 now. If you want to pay $50 more, start Monday. All right, anyway, that's RTY. Guys, I think the NAS, listen, this is important. I'm going to talk about this. I think the NAS has more potential upward than the other indices. Now, I will wait to explain that in my war room, but I have a thesis. Right? Anyway, Open price 24,417, high day 24,876, low day 24,239. Resistance at high day, then 25,500, which was our yesterday resistance point that I was looking for. Support first at 24,580 down here to VWAP, and then low a day. Bias is long above that white line. So we're looking for buys off the VWAP or bias. It sells into that red box, but I think this red box breaks today. I'll explain why in my war room. It's free. You might as well come and listen to me, right? So, no, you don't have to buy the trial to be in there today. Free. We put out the free link, right? You can just come. But if you don't buy the free trial before Monday, you'll pay more. If you buy before Monday, you lock your price in. All right, guys. Let's talk about metals. Anybody want to talk about metals? Again, questions or tickers, welcome. Throw them in the comment box. I'll get to them shortly. We saw a hard sell-off in metals, but listen, by percentage, silver sold more than gold. Gold held pretty strongly against that drop, and silver was a bearish half-mast formation right here. Look, I alerted all my groups to this, right? I run my own group. I function about 3 other groups. Yes, because I'm a research analyst for hire. Guys, most people with my education level work at hedge funds for a lot of money. I don't. I take my education level and I'm a research analyst assassin. Work for myself, and I'm a gun for hire, right? Just by choice. I just don't want to work on Wall Street. But most people with my education work on Wall Street. I don't give 2 shits to hang out with those guys. I'd rather make money sitting at my desk and helping those people that follow me. So this is a bearish half. This is as clear of a bearish half mast formation that can ever be drawn, right? That means this drop. And I'm on the 4-hour chart. You might not be able to see that on here. Let me move it over for Instagram. There you go. So this is a 4-hour chart. On that drop Friday, right? It was 41%. We bounced back up to the all-time high. So we didn't sweep 50% of the retracement, which keeps it valid. I don't have time to teach this to you. Just listen to me. And then the next drop predicted, if we sweep that out right here, this low, we would drop to the same percentage, all right, the same drop, and it would be down to about $42. And I alerted everybody to this. And look, it looked like I was extremely right, especially for 2 hours. And then all of a sudden, it was stopped, right? Do you know why it was stopped? Because last night, the Shanghai Futures Exchange caught 6 major firms inducing 350 million ounces of silver paper into the market to short it. Guys, I did a video manipulation. I'm going to do it again today. I'm going to explain all this. I have the receipts. And at this point last night, Shanghai called bullshit and saved the metal market. However, those assholes like JP Morgan Chase are not done. See, we got to be careful here, right? It did not shake the physical metal. It only shook the paper and spot, right? Physical metal's still worth a shit ton. All right, so anyway, I think if you get a discount, the buy is, 72 or so in there. But listen, overhead resistance is 87. I'm not buying silver. This week I even bought more. I bought more physical silver. I'm not touching this paper bullshit that they're able to manipulate. So there you go. I want to spend some time on silver because if I had a dime for every DM that I got about silver, I wouldn't have to be fucking working. So, yeah, Ryan, I mean, the $920 million fine at JP Morgan is a slight $920 million. Off of their short, they made hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars. That is a slap on the wrist, cost of doing business. We'll fucking do it again. Thank you very much. Guys, I'm fired up because I trade exclusively in this futures market, and they are flat fucking me and other traders by raising profit margin, by raising margin requirements. They're up over 1,000%. They're trying to squeeze me out of the way that I make my money. I think Jamie Dimon and I need to be locked in a room for 5 minutes. I'll solve his fucking attitude problem. All right. Yeah, Alpha's fired up today. Platinum. Let's talk about platinum, and I'll get to your questions. My language and tenacity offend you. You don't have to come to my lives. The people that know me is I spit absolute truth. You're going to get my opinion. Don't ever ask for it because you will get it. I don't hide shit. All right. Open price 1905, high a day 2052, low a day 1806. It fell through my key level mean reversion, hit the next one, and then bounced. I didn't buy this on a swing, but it hit the levels. So it's tough to do it against that velocity, guys. It really is. So 9-1-8 oscillators are positive 16 and negative 52. We got to watch the NAMO. It's negative 52. VIX is at 20, which is right at the start of selling. It looks like it wants to cool down today, so we'll see. Real quick, my swing trades, let's talk about them, then I'm going to start answering your questions, so prepare them. Swing trades, Google's at 328, supports 300. I like a 300 buy there. BBAI's at 420. Listen, guys, my brother reached out and asked me if I got stopped out. I did not. It hit my, so these jackwagons diluted their shares. I bought at 550 and 470, so I'm fully allocated with a stop loss at 399. Why didn't I get triggered? Why did my stop loss not go? Why am I still in this trade? Because they hit price after hours, right? My orders are only good for at market hours. I don't do extended hour orders. So far I'm right at, but if it pulls back down to 399 at market hours, which it'll kick me out. And this is large in part to the dilution. They added $125 million worth of shares to it, which dilutes this shit. Guys, when I make these calls, the only way you know that they're going to dilute shares and dilute your position by 8% is if you're sitting in a board meeting and have inside information. Long term, this thing could run, but I'll exit the trade and reevaluate it later if I get kicked out. I will not change my my trade plan, guys. If I take the loss, I take the loss. That's how you also take your wins, by maintaining your discipline. The amount of lack of discipline that I see in these people in these fucking trade groups is, if it were up to me, I'd throw people out. I can't imagine going through life with no fucking discipline on anything. All right. Well, let's talk about that. Quadruple U. I think it hit my level. Yep. All right, guys. That's the buy. It tapped that. So I like this trade plan that I already have on there. But you want to expand your stop loss below this wick. This was an estimation before, but now it's like that. There you go. That's about as reduced risk as you can get. This is on a 4-hour chart is a cup and handle, guys. Actually, maybe it's a daily chart. Let's look. Yep. So if this takes off, it's going to launch hard. You've been told Friday the 6th, showing a buy. Make your own decisions, but I showed you where you can put your stop loss. Do your own due diligence, guys. That's the way I would trade it. It's not financial advice. If you enter, don't put a stop loss and lose money. That's your fault. All right, Bitcoin and Ethereum are way down. Guys, they're done. And I'm going to tell you why they're done. Do you see the massive manipulation in paper? Because the reason why Bitcoin was strong and would run, there was only 21 billion or 21 million or however many coins, finite supply. So lock supply, high demand pushes prices. But now with all the derivatives markets and BlackRock and all these guys able just to produce paper after paper, options and ETFs, they are diluting it. It's the same shit we're seeing in silver. Bitcoin's not going to rebound. I said it, February 6th, 2026, Bitcoin will not rebound. And, did you read the Epstein files? It was a psyop. I've said this forever. If you own Bitcoin, get the fuck out. I own zero and I've never owned any. Beyond that, even if it was a good instrument, they've diluted the shit out of it. Basically, there's an infinite supply. It's the same shit they're doing. The big hedge funds are now manipulating Bitcoin and Ethereum because they brought them in as ETFs and derivatives. It means there's a infinite supply. It's not going to rebound. I don't think Ethereum does either. Ethereum has a better chance because there's more networks tied to it, but I think we've seen the all-time highs in them. All right, guys, I offer a course on this shit. Money back guarantee. I have a free Discord. Go click that link today and come trade with me for free and see what we're about. I also have a link where you can do a 7-day free trial. If you don't start that free trial before Sunday, you will start it next week and pay more once it kicks out. All right, I'm going to answer your questions. Then I got to get to my group. Oil, so CL. You looking to short it? What is the bias on this? It's short bias. Short bias there, Nino. Let's look. So yeah, I mean, be patient here. This was the entry right here. You've got declining momentum, but you listen, on the upside, you have declining upside. I think you can be patient. Oil move. I mean, your entry can be near that VWAP. I would, if you want to be in it, you're on risk tolerance. I would watch it maybe just a buffer around at 63.30. Keep an eye on it. You can ask me in the war room and I'll help you. Yes, the course is different than Discord. The course teaches you everything you need to know about the basics of trading. Yeah, I'm on fire. So in one of the groups I manage, I dealt with an asshole calling me a fraud and a scam. See, people don't understand who I am and what I do outside of trading. You would never say that shit to my face. Do you see that mark on my eye? I got that last night by fighting full-grown ass men who are savages and could rip anybody's face off. You think some pissant that wants to run his mouth with the safety of the fucking internet and the safety of distance, I'm going to be scared of them? They'd never say that shit to my face. Never. Well, they could, but they wouldn't walk away. Anyhow, let's see what other questions you have, guys. Aklo, I'll do one. Then I got to go. Free Friday. You guys can come and I can answer questions there. Go to my Discord. It's, it fell out of its buy zone here. You want to watch this IPO anchored VWAP at 57, right? This kind of 57 to 60 zone, right? It breaking this low was pretty significant. But this is, the white line is the IPO, average volume weighted price. If you're interested in my course, shoot me a DM. I'll send you the links. Yeah, I got attitude some days. People want to challenge me in my education. Get the fuck out of here. That's what I say. Don't ever challenge my work ethic and my fucking knowledge. I outwork everybody. And I grind. When somebody challenges that, I got a severe fucking problem. All right, guys. Love y'all. We'll see you. I do my weekend update. Click on go to YouTube. Follow Student Alpha. I post it there. You can get a free weekend update on all this and more. Right? All right, guys. Have a good one. I'll be back Monday, 9 a.m.